Hello viewers, you are watching New Africa TV and this is Share My Story. I'm your host Sarah Katai, and on our program today we've got our special guest Zoella. How are you, Zoella?
I am well, Sarah. How are you?
I'm fine. So Zoella, can you tell us about yourself? What do you do?
Okay. My name is Zoella Mampondo. They call me Zoe. From Zoella Social Solutions. Zoella Social Solutions is about assisting the orphaned, more especially the youth that are exiting from the welfare system. Since the government does not have solutions for them, neither the orphanages where they come from have solutions for them. So they come to me for assistance in terms of linking them with opportunities that they can make them better person in future.
Wow. So does your program only help people in Gauteng or does it go beyond Gauteng?
My program helps from people internationally because I am the international brand. I'm having most of the donors or people that want to fund the orphanages from international, meaning outside South Africa and all over the world. So my program is not only based in assisting people from Pretoria or Gauteng province, anywhere in the world where people are calling me and calling for my services. I normally go and visit and listen to their stories and try to find what is it that they have before I assist so that I can be able to start where they are lacking.
So your beneficiaries, how do they get help from you guys? Zoella Solutions?
Okay, normally the beneficiaries, or should I say the clients, they come to me, approach me, telling me their challenges, specifically those people that are from the orphanages that are not called orphanages nowadays because of the stigma. They are called centers that are taking care of youth and children. Come to me and explain to me the challenges that they are having. Youth that have graduated from the welfare system and now they are stuck with them. They don't know what to do with them because there are not opportunities outside, and also sometimes the project managers are facing challenges whereby young people got pregnant while they are in the welfare system. Now they are concerned what is it that's going to happen with them when they are outside. So I normally go listen to their stories and find out how can we help each other because they need to have something to give me so that I can be able to advocate on their behalf and also ask from help from my donors so that they can go and get the aid that they want. Our focus is to teaching them the skills, right, as the exit program. So we begin to start the skills training programs from the age of 16, preparing them for when they are 18, and link them with the organizations that are outside the orphanage and in different sectors so that they can be able to be comfortable when they go out there. At least they should create a name or awareness, a brand awareness, advocate on themselves of what is it that they want to do, link them with those opportunities while they are in the system for them, it's an easy transition now that if they go and work with other organizations outside, because already they are familiar with the system that is outside their welfare system. So that's what we do. Is there skills identification, linking young people that are in the orphanages with skills. We train them and also encourage them to be social entrepreneurs, that when they are having businesses, then they need to be able to give back to the community to kill the dependency syndrome.
Wow, that is great. So now, what kind of specifically programs do you give or do you introduce in the orphanages? Like, just give us an example exactly what do you do? Like, what kind of programs or skills do you have in these orphanages?
Okay, there's the one that I'm dealing with specifically in Soshanguve. It's called Boitumelo. It's a center for the orphaned and vulnerable children. The youth that is between the ages of 16 and 18. What we do, we put them on the skills training program. Like now we are having the baking skills, where they are baking bread and scones. We also linked them with Rich's Bakery that is based in Boisens, in the south of Johannesburg, where they are trained on confectionery and baking, right, and given certificates so that when they walk out of the system, it's either they are employed by Rich's or they get a job somewhere else. Their certificates are accredited. Also, we put them on skills craft. They're doing beadwork, right? Others are in arts and dance. So normally the people that are having skills or the celebrities, soccer stars, they go there to identify the talent from those children and take them to the academies for training. So that's what we are doing currently with those orphanages. But it's not easy to do it alone. We need assistance. We are crying for people to come and see the hidden skill that is within those children. We are trying to identify the skill and then we expose the skill that they have and the talent that they have, so that the world, that they can know that these children need assistance and they also need to be better people that are adding value to the society at large. So that's what we are doing. We unleash the potential of those who are vulnerable and needy, more especially the youth that is coming from the disadvantaged background and orphanages.
Wow, Zoella Social Solutions, you are doing great job. Now, how do you make sure that these kids who come out of the orphanages get a better, let's say, a better employment, or do you do any follow-ups for the orphans after they leave the orphanages?
Yes, we do follow-ups because normally we have donors, right, that also approach me as an individual, as an organization, say that, okay, identify for us orphan children and tell us their needs. So I act as a link between the donor and the beneficiaries, the welfare beneficiaries. So I go there and give the information. From there, I make a follow-up. What is going to happen if the child is going to go to Scotland, because we have donors from Scotland sometimes that are coming to come and do exchange programs. We make follow-ups of what's going to happen thereafter. After the child has graduated, are they taking the children overseas? And then we make a follow-up, we keep contacts and links. But sometimes some of the graduates, they don't want to go back and give us the information because of the trauma they grew up. Apparently it's not nice to grow up in the center where you don't have your own parents, you are living with other 20 children that are needy like you. So you want to shut the door. But for those ones who are willing to work with us, we work with them until the end. And we do have testimonies of the children that were beneficiaries of the welfare system. Now there are something somewhere out there. They are making a difference in the communities where they are.
Wow. So now, how do you make sure that there are some organization who wants, like for example, let's say an individual comes to you say, no, me, I want to open an orphanage center. But how do you make sure that that person is genuine, wants to open an orphanage center, or do they do it? They want to do it for making money. How do you make sure that those people who are opening the orphanage centers, they are doing it for the right reasons?
Okay, if a person comes to me and wants to start an orphanage, right, I would want to know what is your background, can you afford, check the affordability, do some form of an assessment and research about you and advise you accordingly. I've worked with the system, with the government system in the charity sector for a long time. So I was also involved when they implemented the registrations of the CYCCs. So I have knowledge before I share with you the knowledge and also guide you what is it that you need to do, right? And for me, if you want to open an orphanage, you need to have a shelter. If you say to me you want to help 10 children, we need to build first a structure, guide you about the structure and everything that is needed to open the center. When that is done, then I link you with social development, that this person has registered, take you through the process of registration, link you with social development, who then will recommend some of the children that they are getting from the street that are orphaned for you to be able to look after them. Then you'll be getting funding, because if you do not have funding or you do not have resources, you won't be able then to assist anyone else, because you also need it. You cannot give what you don't have.
Wow. So now, how do you want the government to come in and help? Or any help you would love the government to help you with? Anything?
What I would love the government to do is to go and do information verification, because it's starting from the registration. People register as an NPO and they are not asked, I think there is no follow-up in terms of the objectives, because when you apply for an NPO, they need to look at the objectives. When they see that there are signs that you want to cater for the children that are needy, then you must be taken into the workshop to tell you what is it that you need to do before you even start accommodating the children. Because what happens now, people register, right, as an NPO, they put their objectives, because there is no proper follow-up that is done by the government. Now, you start an NPO, you start to accommodate children, you are with the children, you are stuck with the children, you go and ask for help to the government to fund your project, and then your application is turned away. You are told that no, you are not compliant. But they did not tell you what is it that you need to do for you to be compliant. It's easy for them to want to close or to tell you no, you are not compliant, right, as an orphanage. But they don't go and find out what is happening there. They don't give help. Now you are stuck, you are not being funded by the government, you are needy, you are frustrated, you are having 20 children that are under your care, but you are not getting any assistance. Now you cry to the people in the community that you need help, because most of the cases we find out, we hear information from the communities that there is a woman who is taking care of 20 orphans. When you go there, a person is not registered as an orphanage, is registered as an NPO. Now we'll tell you that I'm registered, but when you check the documents, now they don't know the information. But when you go and report, the government is saying, I cannot assist because this person is non-compliant. And then what do? We cannot take, they don't do the duty of taking the children away, but still the children are there, they are needy, they need to be assistance. They need to be assisted and need to be helped, and they need to be given an opportunity, because they are children. At the end of the day, they are vulnerable. So we find ourselves trying to get people from outside to come and intervene in the situation. Also to give them the process of how to register and be a recognized institution that in future will get assistance from our government.
Okay. I also heard you talking about the community, but now how does the community come and help?
Most of the areas that I'm working with, their communities are very marginalized. They don't have information. They don't know what to do. Only thing that they know that if you are an orphan, you are the baby of the government, so the government must come in and assist you. And that is not the truth. It takes a nation to raise a child. So the communities need to be involved. And also, when you see the situation, you assess the situation, we don't just overlook them. We try also to bring change to the communities, who come and bring awareness campaign, what can be done, and how can they assist that those children that are based in the center, so that they can be better in the society. Because if these children walk out of the community, walk out of the system without being skills, then they are sent back to the world where they will become criminals. Now they start to be labeled as criminals by the community, of which the community did not do much for them, because they were raised, they were not given resources, they were not given information. The only thing that they can know of, because they want to be better, especially a boy child, when they reach the age of 18 or 20, they get frustrated, they want to stand on their own, they go outside, they don't know what to do, they end up getting involved in crime. Now they become problematic to the community, and then the community is not doing anything to avoid all that. Zoella Solutions brings solutions that will address the issue of the orphan children and the marginalized communities where these orphanages are, so that the program benefits the orphanage, and also the program benefits the community at large.
Wow, that's so interesting. I also heard you about adopting, though I didn't hear you right. What are the conditions if I want to come and adopt a child from an orphanage?
Okay, it is the process to adopt a child. There are many things that the government that are looking for. You cannot just wake up and say I want to adopt. They need to check your background. Are you fine? Are you financially viable? Can you be able to support the child? You know, and also check you don't have a criminal report. You were not implicated in child abuse. They check all those things before they give you the child to adopt. But in the cases of orphanages, you go and apply, maybe adopt a child for a weekend, that during the weekends or during the school holiday, I would love child A to come and stay with me. But then the social worker needs to be involved to go and verify the information, where you're checking the child and how is your state of mind. And then when they are satisfied, they will allow you to take a child, so that you can be able to take this child to another environment that is on the family setup, than to live with many other children that are also needy, so that they can be able to have a desire to move out of the orphanage to become a woman or a family man that is having her own house and a family. Because in the orphanages, the only thing that there are children that they are exposed to is to be given and be dependent to someone else. The children grew up in a situation where everything is given for free. Now there's an uncle that is coming, give food. There's another one that is coming, give cosmetics. So it's all about it, be given and be given. Now we are creating a dependency syndrome. We are creating a society that thinks they are entitled to things that they haven't worked for. So we want to break away that. So that system of adopting a child for holiday, adopting a child, an orphan for the weekend, at least it gives them an exposure to the real world. that in the real world we work for the things. You don't just get things for free. So you have to work and you should be able to give back also. Those people that are giving things to you, they are not giving them because they have enough. They are trying to meet you halfway. They are trying to inject change into your life so that you can be a better person.
Wow, that is great. Zodwa, I really appreciate you telling us the information about what happens and what goes on around in the orphanages, which we never knew anything about. That was great. So, people, viewers, that was Zodwa from Zoella Social Solutions. I'm your host, Sarah Katai, and this was Share My Story. From me to you guys, bye bye. Till next time.